Lathrop Community Partners is excited to present Riverworks, a concept focused on reusing a critical mass of the historic Lathrop homes. What does it mean to reuse the buildings at Lathrop? Riverworks seeks to honor the original 1938 look and feel of Lathrop homes as planned by famous landscape architect Jens Jensen. In this concept, the Great Lawn would be maintained and enhanced with paths, native plantings, and kitchen gardens. In addition, most of the buildings surrounding the Great Lawn would be retained and reused in a historically sensitive manner. Public access at the river's edge would be enhanced with improved walking trails, bike paths, and various types of open space. Connections between Lathrop and the surrounding neighborhoods to the east would be greatly improved. North of Diversey, 6 paths connecting Clybourne with the Great Lawn would be made more inviting, while south of Diversey, 3 new streets would connect Levitt with Damon. Perhaps the most distinctive features of the Riverworks concept are the 2 new residential towers, designed to add vitality to the neighborhood, especially through the introduction of walkable neighborhood retail. Concentrating dwelling units in towers uses very little land, and enables the preservation of the Great Lawn and the relatively low-density 1930s housing that characterizes the Riverworks concept. The 2 towers also bookend the site, giving a new visibility to Lathrop. The buildings at Lathrop were designed by a who's who of 1930s Chicago architects, but are not universally loved today. Despite being durably built, the absence of visible entry doors and the unwelcoming courtyards both work to physically isolate Lathrop from its surrounding neighborhood. The concept drawing you now see shows how these concerns can be readily addressed. The exteriors would be tuck-pointed and fitted with windows with small panes to match the original. Entry doors and stairs would be relocated to make them more visible from the street and to provide inviting lobbies with amenities. Building interiors would be remodeled to offer modern conveniences. The arched brick arcades along Clybourne would be removed, and inviting pedestrian paths would connect to the Great Lawn. Fountains could store stormwater. The sound of water would soothe the day's stresses. Share cars rented by the hour or day, could be parked in landscaped lots facing Clybourne. The buildings at the north end of the Jens Jensen Great Lawn would be modified and expanded to provide a youth-oriented community facility. The plan of these new buildings will also allow a direct pedestrian connection to the northern tower and related development west of Levitt. The buildings at the south end of the Great Lawn would be modified and expanded to provide a welcoming public family room for all of Lathrop homes. This family room would serve as a third place, not home, not work, but a third place, to help build social networks and provide social interactions. The family room would function as a multi-purpose space, accommodating small group meetings, after-school study halls, and other community meetings as needed. Community services would be accessed off the family room. The family room would have entries to the south, allowing a direct connection to Diversey and the existing outdoor space we call the Buckle. The Buckle is an outdoor room that straddles Diversey and is formed by the footprints of 4 buildings. It is a hidden gem of the original plan, and thanks to the mid-block location of the CTA bus stops, still serves as a commonly used but dangerous point to cross Diversey. In the Riverworks concept, a tree-lined median and pedestrian refuge would be added to Diversey to transform it into the parkway its name suggests. The pedestrian path headed south from the Buckle connects to a new street, a continuation of Levitt, and provides a view from Diversey up the street to the base of the tower at the south end of the site. As previously mentioned, the Riverworks concept improves connections by adding 3 east-west streets south of Diversey, dividing 4 new blocks suited for mixed-use developments. These new streets will provide choices for alternate routes around the Diversey-Damon-Clybourne intersection. Schubert Street is the middle one of these 3 new streets and would align with the existing Costco driveway, an intersection we anticipate would be signalized. Schubert Street west of Damon would become a commercial main street with on-street teaser parking and neighborhood retail on both sides. New neighborhood retail, such as a grocery store, a pharmacy, and other small shops, bring convenience and jobs to the area. Additional parking would be provided on the building roof. The view down the street leads your eye to a new building on the river. North and south of Schubert, extensions of Parker Street and Drummond Place are conceived as Blue Streets, the defining feature that gave the Riverworks concept its name. The river is an appealing, though underutilized, amenity. As we now imagine the Blue Streets, a linear water feature would be built in the green space between the street and the sidewalk. It would use renewable energy to lift the water out of the river and gravity flow back, cleansing and aerating the water along the way. Finally, the south end of the site features a great public plaza. The sunny riverside space is defined by the powerhouse on the east and the base of the residential tower on the west. A circular stepped amphitheater allows for informal gatherings throughout the day, especially at sunset. More formal gatherings could also be programmed throughout the year. The plaza is one of 3 new open spaces along a continuous river walk. The Riverworks concept offers a compelling blend of preservation and dynamic new urban spaces. It envisions a diverse, healthy, safe, and sustainable community that respects and improves upon Lathrop as we know it today. The Riverworks concept would be a good neighbor to the Hamlin Park, Logan Square, and surrounding neighborhoods, and a historic and recreational asset for the city of Chicago. Thank you for your attention, and we welcome your comments and insights on the Riverworks concept.